Hi, I'm Karen Dubs with Flexible Warrior Yoga, Health and Wellness. And during the holiday season, I know it's super challenging to get your workouts in. So today, we're going to do about 10 minutes of yoga. And what we're going to do is incorporate some essential oils into your yoga practice, because what that can do for you is help to elevate your energy. Very simply, very inexpensive stuff that you can do at home. And then also, because the holiday season tends to get us a little wound up, a little stressed, even though it's a joyful time of year, we'll also do a little bit of essential oils and yoga poses to help calm and ground you, okay? So to start things out, I mean, these are just some of my favorites. The sky's the limit with essential oils. For energy, I love Citrus Bliss. You can see that. This is like a combination of a lot of orangey, citrusy, a little bit of vanilla. It's awesome. And I might have just shown you the peppermint. And then the second one is a peppermint blend. So peppermint, and I blend these two together. I said peppermint blend, but what I mean is that I combine peppermint with the Citrus Bliss or wild orange, and the combination of the two is very uplifting. So I combine those two. You can either just put them on the wrists, behind the ears, you can put it on your feet. And then a lot of times too, I will make a little bottle with the oils too, and I'll just spritz myself, and I'll spritz my yoga classes. They love that. And then what we do after that is some sun salutations, because that really energizes the body. It only takes like 5 minutes to do that. So get your peppermint, your orange, put that on first, and then salute the sun, and you're going to feel your mood lift, your energy lift. No side effects from that, right? Only good side effects, I should say. So if you don't have a yoga mat, as always, as I always say, don't use that as an excuse. And your animals will join you. Come to child's pose. We're just going to take a couple deep breaths in and out through the nose, and then we're going to do a modified version of a sun salutation. Nice stretch, Luna. Go ahead and sit back to child's pose. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale and try to just relax and let go. For these next 10 minutes, I want you to really focus on your own energy, taking care of yourself first and foremost, because as I always say, you cannot give from an empty cup. So it's really important that you practice self-care. On your next inhale, let's shift forward. You're going to curl your toes and lift straight up into downward facing dog. And if your hamstrings are feeling tight, you can bend your knees. So we're going to pedal off the heels a little bit. So bend your left knee, drop your right heel down. Bend your right knee, drop your left heel down, and just continue to pedal out right and left. Feeling that stretch in the backs of the legs. Spread the fingertips out wide, really ground through the palms and the fingertips. One more time right, one more time left. And then both heels sink down. We're going to inhale into plank pose, right into the top of a push-up. I want you to really pull your belly in, strengthen your core, squeeze your thighs, press through your hands. You're welcome to modify by bending your knees to the mat. Otherwise, with straight legs, you're going to lower down. Inhale into a back bend and just protect your back. So go a little bit lower if you need to. My back's pretty flexible. Go ahead and release out of that, and we're going to push straight up into downward dog. So curl the toes, exhale through a push-up. Use that upper body strength. Exhale, hinge into downward facing dog. We're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale, plank. Pause so that you're checking that your elbows, wrists, and shoulders are in line. Shift to your toes, bend your elbows so they slide by the ribs. Inhale, deep, deep breaths. The more you deepen your breath, the more energy you'll bring in. Release onto your stomach, curl your toes, pull your belly in and up. Exhale, push up. Downward facing dog. One more time, we're gonna move a little faster. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. If you wanna come into upward facing dog, feel free to come to the tops of your feet, and then downward facing dog. So a modified sun salutation. We're going to inhale, lift the right leg, and then lower it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We're moving fast because we want to build energy and a little bit of heat in the body. So with that peppermint and orange oil on, you're going to feel invigorated. Let's do 2 more lifts. Really squeeze the glute as you lift up. 1 more. And then step that foot through. Fingertips really strong. We're going to lift and lower the hips. Inhale, lift the hips up, straighten this leg so you get a hamstring stretch. Exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down, step through to plank, right into the top of that push-up. Strengthen your whole body. Lower your elbows or bend your elbows lower down, halfway or all the way. Back bend into cobra or upward facing dog. Take a huge breath in. And then downward facing dog, curl your toes. Press back, left leg, same thing. We're gonna do those lifts. Lift it as high as you can, and then lower it down. Now push evenly through both hands out in front. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, a couple more. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, lower. Go through the range that works for you. You don't have to lift it too high if that's not comfortable. One more time. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, place your foot right between your hands. We're gonna inhale, lift the hips up as high as you can. Straighten this leg so you get the hamstring stretch. Exhale, sink the hips down, but lift the heart up. Press back and shift forward. Again, press back, straighten this leg so you get that hamstring stretch. Shift forward one more time, same thing. Pull back and shift forward. You're already feeling the heat in the body, hopefully. Step to plank, right to the top of your push-up. Bend your elbows halfway or all the way. Cobra or upward facing dog. Take a huge breath. And then downward facing dog. Pushing back. Good. So now we're gonna add on a little bit. You're gonna lift that right leg up again, just one time, and then step it through your hands. Good. So stay nice and low, but lift up with your fingertips. We're gonna rise all the way up. You can release your back knee down to the mat if you want to, or keep the legs straight. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Do that again. So deep breath in, reach the hands all the way up and up. You're gonna get a little back bend and you'll feel that nice stretch. We're gonna do it one more time. Huge breath in. Exhale, bring your hands down. Good. Now this time we're gonna step into side plank. So you're gonna take this front leg and step it straight back into plank. Bring your toes together to touch. And then take your left hand, whichever hand, into the middle of your mat. Stretch the other hand up to the ceiling. Now this is a lot of core strength too. If you want to modify, you can take this front foot and step it forward. If you want to make it harder, and you may lose your balance like I almost just did, you can lift that top leg up, okay? Take one more breath, and then turn to face your mat. Upper body strength here, bend your elbows halfway. Cobra or upward facing, take a huge breath. That's what brings the energy in. Downward facing, push back. Left leg lifts up once, take a deep breath in. And then step it through your hands. Again, this back leg can stay straight, or you can release your knee to the mat. Either way, let's take a deep breath in, stretch up and back. Palms will touch over your head, and then exhale, hands to your heart. Do that 2 more times. Take the deepest breath you can. Again, that's what brings the energy in. It's prana, life force energy. One more time. Deep breath in. And then hands come down on either side of this front foot. We're stepping into side plank again. Other side, so back toes curl straight, knee straight. Step the front foot back. Make sure your toes are together first. Hand to the middle of your mat. Pivot to the opposite side for your side plank. And remember your modifications, so you can always step this top foot forward, or you can lift it up, and that's gonna make things a little bit tougher. Take one more breath, full body strength, and then square off. Last time, elbows bend, halfway or all the way down. Inhale, huge breath into your back bend, really open up your posture, and then downward facing dog. Push back. And then go ahead and release your knees to the mat. Now that was about maybe 6 minutes or so. I'm checking the time. So, it doesn't take much time to really just feel the energy and the flow in the body. So now what we're gonna do is slow things down a little bit, okay? So my favorite oil for that is Serenity. All right, and that's a combination of lavender and vetiver and lots of other calming oils. And I also take the Serenity Complex too if I'm having a really challenging, stressful moment. I also just like plain old lavender. So I keep this roller. If you can see this, my dog has chewed the end of it, which is hilarious, but this stays in my purse with me.
And that way, at any moment that I need a little bit of calming, I've got that with me on the go. I also made this little concoction of frankincense, myrrh, patchouli, and orange, and this is very grounding and a protective blend as well. So whichever oil you're choosing to use, I'm going to go with Serenity right now. I'm going to undo my thumb holes. So you can just dab it on your wrist. I mean, I really use essential oils as my perfume now because, you know, a lot of perfumes are very toxic and essential oils are very healing. Okay, so get your essential oil if you have it. Remember, the brands really matter. So you want to look for therapeutic grade essential oils. So just FYI on that one. You can find lots more information online about that. Let's cross the legs and we're going to do a short meditation. So I would encourage you to really, you know, rub that oil into your hands, smell it on your wrist, take the oils very deeply into your lungs and get that sense of calm and peace just with a few breaths. You can either turn your hands down to rest onto your knees, or you can turn them to face up and bring your thumb and your index finger together to touch in Jnana Mudra. Close your eyes. Settle in. We're just going to take a 2-minute time out here to take a couple deep breaths and allow those essential oils to calm and slow things down. If you're anything like my dogs, they know how to chill. So you can always look to your animals for a little bit of natural guidance as to how to relax and let go. With your focus on your breath, I want you to take a huge breath in. Try to fill the belly first, then the rib cage, and then the heart all the way up to the collarbone. And as you exhale, keep breathing out until all the air is completely empty from your lungs. Keep breathing out. Feel every last drop come out of your lungs. And let's practice that 2 more times. Take a deep breath in. Sit up as tall as you can. Open your heart. Lengthen your spine. Lift from the crown of your head. And as you exhale, consciously melt tension from your neck, from your jaw, from the space between your eyebrows, even all the way through your fingertips. Soften. And one more time, deep breath in. Belly, ribs, heart, collarbone, sit up tall, lift and lengthen your spine. And exhale, relax, settle in, soften, let go. And just take a moment here in stillness. Set an intention for yourself of peace, of gratitude, of joy. And make sure you carry that intention with you. Go ahead and open your eyes. We're going to take a deep breath in. Stretch your hands all the way up. Let your palms touch. You can look up and actually watch your palms touch. Watch that connection. And draw that positive energy in and back towards your heart center. And so with the practice of yoga and using and incorporating essential oils, you're looking for that balance of calmness with energy, willpower, chill power. So it's really all about that. We definitely don't want to be too calm. We don't want to be too energized. We want that balance between both. And that's really what the practice of yoga and combining it with essential oils do for me, and probably would have the same effect for you. Thank you so much. I am offering a Chill Power Challenge for the holidays, just to allow people this 10-minute a day, take care of yourself, and the more that you take care of yourself, the more positive energy that you'll have to share with those that you love. You can join me on Facebook. It's the Chill Power Challenge. Go ahead and join the group, and it's all free. It's 10 days leading up to Thanksgiving Day. Thank you so much. You can reach out to me. It's flexiblewarrior.com. My email is karen@flexiblewarrior.com. The light within me honors and acknowledges that same light that is within you. Namaste.